Uh, I honestly, I believe that the style of Crawford is not likable like Henny. You know, it's about the same level, and it will not sell.
Whoa,
It
whoa,
will
whoa,
not sell.
wait, Samson. He just got
Said,
3 knockdowns and a knockout in his last fight, and he's
No,
on,
no,
on
I
an 11
understand.
fight
I
knockout
understand.
streak.
No, no, I understand.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So that was Sebastian Fundura's promoter talking Samson. He's talking about the level of excitement when it comes to Terence Crawford. It's so ironic because Sebastian Fundura, in his last fight against Tim Tszyu, he won the whole fight with a jab. All he really threw was the jab, and every once in a while he would throw his left. He didn't really rely too much on power shots, other power shots like uppercuts, hooks, like he normally does. And the reason why he didn't do that is because that got him knocked out in his last fight. So now he's trying to box more. See, the difference from Fundura and Crawford, or at least one of the differences, is Crawford is confident enough to throw all of those punches and knock you out because he knows that he's not going to make a stupid mistake and get knocked out. So with that being said, Fundura's promoter, he's been all over the place. First, he says they're going to fight against Errol Spence. Then he comes back and he says he's not going to fight Errol Spence either. Maybe they're going to do a rematch with Tim Tszyu. He continues to make every excuse in the book for why they don't want to fight against Terence Crawford, but yet he keeps admitting that Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world, which is obviously the real reason why they don't want to fight Terence Crawford, because they know or they feel that's almost a guaranteed loss fighting against Terence. So one of the more recent excuses, Samson, he was saying that it's going to be very difficult to negotiate with Terence Crawford, et cetera, et cetera. It's so funny because as Samson was doing this interview, a Spanish interview, making these excuses, all of a sudden Crawford's attorney, he calls Samson while he's doing his live interview. And he says, "We have an offer for you in Saudi Arabia." So this is what Samson said about this conversation. He said, Crawford's lawyer called me up, very respectful, and he said, "Look, I have an offer for you to fight in Saudi Arabia with Crawford and your fighter, Sebastian Fundura." And I said, "Look, I thank you very much, but I don't want to hear it because he's not going to be ready until November." I didn't say December, but it seems like until November. I mean, I didn't listen to the offer. I can't listen to it. I can't negotiate when my fighter is hurt, end quote. So this further proves that them turning down this fight against Crawford, it never had anything to do with money. And I had told you guys this in my previous video. I said even if Fundura was offered more money to fight Crawford than fighting Errol Spence, he would still turn down the fight because he has a better chance of beating Errol Spence. Because there's already a blueprint of how to beat Errol Spence because he's been knocked out before. There is no blueprint on how to beat the best fighter in the world, Terence Crawford. There is absolutely no way that Fundura's promoter is going to wait all the way till November or December to negotiate a possible fight for his return. Right now, it's sounding like Sebastian Fundura, he's going to try to hold the belts hostage or hold the one belt hostage as long as he can, which means they might be looking for an even easier fight than Errol Spence or even a rematch with Tim Tszyu in their next fight. It's now starting to sound like Fundura winning this fight against Tim Tszyu, it completely ruined everyone's plans. It ruined PBC plans and it ruined Terence Crawford's plans. It was expected that Tim Tszyu would beat Sebastian Fundura and then he would fight Errol Spence next. Tim Tszyu, he had no plans of fighting Crawford before, but after he lost, he was desperate. And now he's saying he wants to fight against Crawford. And I honestly think that's probably a good plan B for Crawford if he can't get the Sebastian Fundura fight. But the way Fundura and his promoter are talking, they're trying their best to ruin the sport of boxing. But hopefully Fundura, he gets forced to take on a tough challenge. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the
Fever blisters, diabetic ulcers.
this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com.
Like them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.